Welcome to the Royal Society of Literature's Literature Matters workshop. My name is Inua Ellams. I'm a poet, a playwright, and a Royal Society of Literature fellow and council member. And I would like to introduce you to Gemma Cairney. She's a broadcaster and a writer, and she's awesome. She's one of my superheroes. We met a few years ago, and I've just been watching her blossom, and it gives me the greatest joy to introduce you guys to Gemma Cairney. Gemma, how are you? What's good?
Oh, that's lovely. If you could do that every day, that would be fabulous. Coming from you, who I am a massive fan of, that does mean a lot. I absolutely adore poetry, and I think that sometimes poetry is a savior to be able to put into words how a lot of us feel.
I think you're absolutely right. Just a ground bottom way of a grounded way of feeling human, of connection. And it's one of the things we're going to be exploring with this writing workshop I'm going to set you today.
Anyone can write poetry.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you're the best at spelling, the best at grammar. It doesn't matter whether you read classics all the time. It's kind of regardless. If you have a human life and you feel things, then it is possible to wrap it up into the form of poetry.
What you said about poetry is really poignant, and the kind of poems that I like, that it just has a clear voice and a way of looking at the world. Do you have a pen? Do you have your mobile phone beside you?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna need it.
All right.
Yeah.
2020 poetry.
2020 poetry. This is There's an existing poetry form called the Golden Shovel, and it was devised by poets I completely adore in America called Terrence Hayes, and it's in homage to the poet Gwendolyn Brooks. And it's very simple. You take the last words of each line in you take the line from a Gwendolyn Brooks poem, one line, then you make each word of that line the last words on lines in your poem. So imagine you take a line from hers, and the line has, I don't know, 10 words in it. Then you write those words on the right-hand side of your page as the last words on this side. So what you have is, you don't know how the poem you're going to write starts, but you just know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
But the slight variation is that my version is called the Golden Conversation. And what you're going to do is this. You're going to get your phone and open your messaging, your text messaging platform of choice. And then I'm going to pick random numbers. So maybe scroll down to the 10th person you texted, right? Then look for a message that contains 10 words.
Okay.
That contains at least 10 words, because you're going to write a 10-line poem. Then when you do so, I want you to write those 10 words on the right side of your page. So just read the sentence to me, and I'm going to write it down. So the 10 words, yeah.
Okay, so they are starting me podcasts.
Starting me podcasts, yeah.
Comma, but that's not relevant. So may need some of your wisdom.
So I've written those 10 words like that on my page. So these are the 10 words that will end the 10 lines on my poem, as dictated by your friend. I can't wait to see your wisdom when you finish writing this poem. So what I'm going to ask you to do now with those words is to try and write a poem, I guess. So just write what you can by joining all of those words together, by adding sentences. Okay, so I'm gonna give you about 10 minutes to write this. Just see, you may finish it faster than that, but let's see where you go. I'm gonna do this as well. Okay. No pressure, Gemma. Just have fun.
All right. It's not that easy.
It's like a join the dots picture, really, and you're not sure what the overall picture looks like. You're just searching your way through it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, kind of. I've kind of cheated a little bit.
Okay.
Some of the sentences don't necessarily like finish with that word. It kind of flows into the next
Oh, that's
line.
fine. That's fine. That's part of, yeah, that's not even cheating. Most poems are constructed that way.
Okay. Okay. I'm excited.
Cool. So do you want to read yours or should I read mine first?
What's first?
Okay, I'll read mine first. Okay, so this is called For Gemma. I've just named it after you. It's called For Gemma. Each raindrop sets out from clouds, starting the dizzying journey to earth, spiraling towards me, splashing on my glasses. It's Wednesday. Podcast crackled in my headphones, the conversation so rich and explosive, I forget I may need to tap out of the station. I may need to rifle through my pocket, fumble past some scraps of lint and coins. I pull out a folded Polaroid of you when we last met, laughing, your eyes ripe with joy, saying this is the true and only wisdom. That's it.
You have made a job very happy. Amazing. I love it. So nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know what mine is yet.
Okay.
But let's go. There was a new season within me. Whilst the whole world was talking podcasts, the love hits created by Instagram likes and TikTok clowning. For me, it wasn't so. For me, it was human connection, away from screens, come what may. It is what I have a hunch that we all really need. But there's a crisis, a loneliness epidemic, social distancing, how to get some. Wearing bright color to make bystanders smile, painting windows with words of joy, sending thoughtful letters to your tribe and loved ones and old friends, finding purity and love beyond the virtual world is wisdom.
I love it. I love it. It feels both like a comment and like an advice to those who are listening, to those who are reading. It's both mental health sensitive, but also practical for the young people who are going to be receiving this on digital platforms. It's also saying it's good that you engage with this, but you need to look beyond it to come back down to earth. Thank you so much. That's awesome, Gemma. That's what's up.
Anyone has got any ideas as to what my poem should be called, then just let me know. You can tweet me or Instagram me with a name for the poem. I would absolutely love that. But I would also really love it if people are painting their windows with words of joy. Perhaps they want to somehow project their poems, like, you know, out there, because in times of lockdown and changing kind of social distancing rules, etc., we have to really dig deep and use our imagination as to how we not only like find ways to stimulate our mind, but to express ourselves and to show love, really, and connection.
And so thank you so much for spending this 15 minutes with us and creating this workshop and inspiring so much of the viewers to do the same thing, to write from their realities. Thank you to the Arts Council of England for funding this project, to the Royal Society of Literature for putting us together, and finally to Gemma Cairney, my amazing friend and my amazing co-host.
Thank you. I wore my hat in ode to your wondrous headwear, so there we go.
Thanks, Gemma. Speak to you soon. Thank you.